Okay, guys, this is episode 2, and you're stuck on my cell phone holder once again in the car. I promise to buy a more stable one later on because this is a very wobbly, like, yeah, it's a very wobbly. So when the car moves, you're gonna be doing this. Anyway, today I just heard or I read on Facebook, and then I read on my group chats that President Aquino just passed away, and I don't mean for this to be a political rant, okay? But I just saw him. I saw the news that he passed away. Now, about 2 days ago, I also saw on Facebook this guy who was super hardcore for Duterte and super hardcore against the Aquinos and called the Yellows like really bad stuff. Now, I'm not gonna talk about like who's better, who's worse, which political party I'm for. That's not the point of this blog. But I just found it interesting that they were willing to go to war on Facebook. And normally I don't really engage anymore. Like, I just ignored a lot of these people. Maybe I'd post a comment here and there, like one or two, and then done. I haven't really touched social media as much. I get online just to post a blog, and then after the blog I'm done, I'm out, I log out, so I don't really engage. Now what's the point of this rant? Here it is. When we as Christians engage on social media, you gotta remember two things. First, there's a person behind that screen. You're not interacting with digital letters on a screen. You're interacting with people, and people have emotions, and people can be emotional, can have biases, can be angry, depressed, sad, tired, exhausted, or just they have some anxieties or whatever it is. So be careful when you're posting, and remind yourself that you're not just chatting with letters on a screen, but there are people behind that. But here's the second one that I really have taken to heart. A lot of people already have their positions in their heads. It's very rare for someone to change their minds on social media. Most people have their opinions ready, and when they go online, when they turn on social media and Facebook, they're not going online to learn anything new. Okay? Again, they are not going online to learn something new. When they log on to Facebook, they're looking to share their opinion. They're looking to push their thoughts towards someone else. In other words, most people, when they get online on social media, their intention is prepared. They are ready to shove their beliefs down someone else's throat. And maybe subconsciously, maybe unintentionally, but it's there. Okay, for me, when I get on Facebook, normally I'm looking for the webinars, I'm looking for the lectures, I'm looking for stuff to learn. I go online because I want to learn something. That's been my philosophy for quite some time now. That's why I'm not very active in social media anymore. I'm trying to learn something. So these redemptive rants that I'm posting, that's me giving my opinion. But I don't normally engage anymore. So what am I trying to say? You can share your opinion once, twice, and then after that, if they don't agree, just disengage. It's usually not worth it, especially if you get into an argument and then you get into a quote unquote a pissing contest to see who can pee farthest. That's not the point. The second thing I want to talk about is Christian apologetics. Now, I know it sounds like a huge jump, but most of the time apologetics for Christians now happen in social media. It began with Reddit, and then Twitter, and then Facebook, and still Twitter. And here's the thing. Apologetics is meant to defend the faith, and it's meant to bring people to Christ. How you do that, you need to have discernment and wisdom. But just a reminder, please do not use quote unquote defending the faith and apologetics as an excuse to be a jerk. Okay? Don't quote Calvin and say, just as Calvin said, even, or was it Luther, dogs bark when their masters are being attacked, and that I should bark too when my God is being attacked. Yeah, they said that, but right now I feel like Now, this is just my opinion, but I feel like a lot of apologists, quote unquote apologists, are using apologetics just as an excuse or justification to be jerks online, to be rude, to be abrasive, to be, excuse the word, but a-holes online. Just don't do that, guys. I mean, if you want to defend the faith, fine, defend the faith. If you know much about apologetics, great. Use it with grace, gentleness, with some tact, with some wisdom and some discernment. Use it with words that seek to encourage people to get to know God, to sympathize with where people are. You know, like just last week, yeah, it was last week. It was last week I saw this post by Mr. Red Ballpen, Red Ink, Red Ballpen guy. It's this person on Facebook that talks about or corrects a lot of memes going on out there, and answers them with a Christian perspective. And I like how he answers, because it's simple, straight to the point, not being rude. He just corrects them, plain and simple. Facts are facts, just that. And then I looked at the comments, and then I saw this one guy who said he was an apologist. I won't name names, of course, and I won't mention which red ink post that was, but there's this one person who mentioned that he or she, I already said guy, that he was an apologist, and that, you know, these people are, these non-believers are, I'll just use his words, are foolish or stupid or idiots, and that they're idiotic for believing this and that. And you know, it was just not, it was very salty, to say the least. So, you know, we have to be very careful when we're online. Just be careful, exercise wisdom, patience, grace. If they don't agree with you, if they don't believe what you have to say, and you've said what you have to say, then just disengage, just stop it, and, you know, go on with your day, go on with your work. If you've got so much time to argue online, if you've got so much time to be rude, then you'll have time to repent. You'll have time to repent and to be more gracious next time. God bless you guys.